ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new series on my channel. Let's fucking play Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Throughout this series, we'll be playing our way through each of the main story missions of the game, aiming to achieve the illustrious S ranking for each and every one, which for those of you that aren't aware is the best possible ranking that can be achieved for each mission. In today's episode, we'll be focusing on the third mission of the game, A Hero's Way. Why this mission and not the first mission, you ask? Well, seeing as though this is the first episode of the series, I think of it as a bit of a trial episode, if you will, and therefore chose to begin with this mission to adequately showcase to all of you what you can expect from future episodes as the series continues. That's not to say that I won't be taking on the previous two missions in the near future, I just wanted to start with this one. Like all of my other Let's Play walkthroughs, I hope to continually develop this series throughout its lifespan, and so I'm open to any feedback, constructive criticism, or ideas of any kind to help make this series as enjoyable as I can for everyone. So if you have anything you'd like to share, please don't hesitate to throw it out there. Anyway, now that I've sort of explained how this series will play out, let's not waste any more time and jump right into it.
Target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. Then I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target.
Today we find ourselves in Afghanistan, and our objectives are as follows. To eliminate the Russian Spetsnaz commander, to neutralize him from a long distance, to extract the Spetsnaz commander, pick some Haoma in the desert between Shago Village and Spugmy Keep, and to secure the processed minerals hidden in Shago Village. As you can probably imagine, it's going to be impossible to do both of these at the same time and still achieve an S ranking. So let's make things a bit easier on ourselves and break it up into two separate playthroughs. That being said, our first task of today's mission is going to be to eliminate the Russian Spetsnaz commander from a long distance. So what are we waiting for? Let's get to work! Once the helicopter has arrived at our drop-off point, we'll disembark the vessel, mount our noble steed, and gallop our way towards the valley to the right.
Boss, in your travels you may come across some Afghan sheep. Soldiers and mercenaries have been using them as target practice to the point that they're rapidly becoming an endangered species. If you find any, extract them, to protect any more of them from falling into harm's way. Sorry mate, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat?
Shortly after exiting the valley, we find ourselves in a position overlooking Shago Village, which is where our Russian friend and his recon team are occupied. Here we'll use our trusty binoculars to survey the area and zoom in for a closer look.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
Nah, I'm pretty confident that's the guy. Let's get this over with.
Now all I've got to do is equip my sniper rifle and we're good to... Fuck!
Base, I'm going to need you to deliver my sniper rifle to my location, please.
Supplies requested.
Marvellous. That shouldn't take too long. Now let's see what our mate's up to. Yep. Pretty confident that's the guy.
Supply drop complete.
Sweet. Wait, hang on a second. Where is it?
Base, what do you mean supply drop complete? I don't fucking see it. Thanks, Mark.
So now that we have our extremely basic sniper rifle with absolutely no upgrades whatsoever ready to go, let's find ourselves a decent vantage point.
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
Won't even be necessary, mate.
Comrades, you have been sent here not to protect me, but to learn from me, so that one day you might hope to be as skilled as I am in the field of combat and self-defense. Lesson number 1 is to always expect.
That was target confirmed dead. Impressive work, boss.
All in a day's work, huh?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is 2 out of 5 of our mission objectives completed. So for now, let's get the fuck out of here.
Fucking sheep.
Exfiltrated hot
Alright,
zone.
you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Mission complete. Great work.
And there we have it, our first S ranking just like that. But we're not done here yet. We still have a few objectives that we're yet to complete. So what are we waiting for? Let's get right back into it. In our second and final run through of today's mission, we're going to be tidying up our 3 remaining objectives, which are to pick a Haoma flower from the desert, which is the location we've marked as A on our map, to retrieve the processed minerals from Shago Village, which we've marked as location B, and of course to extract the Spetsnaz commander, who seems to have made a miraculous recovery after being sniped in the head. Dropping in at the same point as before, we'll again mount D-Horse and this time ride our way towards the valley to the left of our position. As we reach the end of it, we'll pause momentarily and watch as the Russian commander's recon team pass by on the jeep on the road below. At this point, the stealthiest approach would be to let them pass by without spotting us. The problem with this option though is that if they reach Shago Village, they'll just add to the number of soldiers that we'll have to deal with before we extract the commander. So for the sake of making things easier on ourselves later on, let's just intercept them.
Sorry about that, gents.
We'll now continue to ride our way over the rugged terrain as we make our way towards the desert, which is where we'll find the flower we've been tasked to collect. So let's hurry up and get this first mundane little fetch quest over with.
Whoa, whoa!
You have arrived at your destination.
That's a medicinal plant called Haoma, otherwise known as Soma. People use it to make a sacred drink for religious ceremonies.
Couldn't give any less of a fuck, mate.
So now that we've retrieved the flower and completed the first outstanding objective, our next move will be to secure the processed minerals from the location we've marked on the map. So let's ride our way through the desert and back towards the village.
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost.
As we approach the outskirts of the village, we can see a couple of searchlights being used by the soldiers ahead. So we'll need to slow down a little bit and slide down to the left flank of our horse to avoid drawing any unwanted attention to ourselves.
What is that?
Oh, it's just a battle horse. That's okay. I'm sure that nothing about its odd and unprecedented appearance poses any threat to my health and well-being. Anyway, once we're clear of the searchlight, we'll slide ourselves back to an upright position as we continue to make our way towards the bridge ahead. Now, there is a lone soldier stationed at the checkpoint nearby that has the potential to spot us if we're careless. Naturally, we could always avoid confrontation completely by simply giving this guy a wide berth. But why avoid confrontation when we can quietly sneak up behind him, place some C4 on his back, get ourselves to a safe distance with a decent view, and blow that motherfucker!
Yeah!
Anyway, it appears that we've alerted the entire village to our presence and completely destroyed any chance we had of maintaining a stealthy playthrough. So it looks like we'll have to be a little bit more discreet and may even have to consider sparing this guy's life and just sneak by him. Nah. Now that the coast is clear, we'll disembark D-Horse, slide our way down the rock face and retrieve the processed minerals tucked beneath the bridge. And that completes the second of our last 3 remaining objectives. All that we need to do now is extract the Russian commander and we're home free. So from this point, we'll make our way through the rocky terrain and lay prone in the grassy patch a little further ahead. Then, when a window of opportunity presents itself, we'll begin to quickly yet stealthily make our way back towards the village, keeping an eye on our surroundings and laying low when necessary to avoid the gaze of the soldier in the nearby tower using the searchlight as we go. We will then briefly take cover against this damaged stone wall as we wait for the nearby patrolling soldier to walk away from our position. When the coast is clear, we'll climb over said wall and carefully sneak our way towards the window ahead, where we'll equip our binoculars and take a peek inside, identifying our target.
Is that him? That's the target.
From this point, we'll turn the corner to the left, ensure there are no guards around to spot us, and climb over the wall into the central area of the village. Now, here we'll need to be very discreet, as the area is pretty well lit and the commander is looking out of the window, so it wouldn't take much for him to SHIT!
Target confirmed dead.
Whoops. Let's try that again. As I was saying, here we'll need to go prone and carefully crawl our way towards the door ahead, as the area is pretty well lit and the commander is looking out of the window, so it wouldn't take much for him to spot us if we're too reckless. So we'll momentarily pause in our prone position and wait for him to about face and walk away from the window before sneakily entering the building through the aforementioned door. Once inside, we'll quietly approach the room in which our target is located and prepare to take him down.
God damn it! Where the hell is my recon team? They should have been here by now. Do they not remember the last time they weren't vigilant? I do! I got shot in the head! What was that? I'd better be on my guard. I can't afford to take any chances. I don't think that I could withstand another blow to the head. Take that, you fuckwit! By the way, I'd like to offer you a job.
Just as a side note before we proceed, we could have made this extraction even easier on ourselves by using this control box just outside to shut off all power to the village. The resulting darkness would have provided us with some additional cover and flexibility in getting to and extracting the commander. But after taking this approach, I discovered that the power to the base remained disabled by default on subsequent playthroughs, and in these cases, the commander was nowhere to be found, which meant that I'd go through all of the trouble of infiltrating the enemy village undetected, only to find that our target wasn't where he was supposed to be, and not just on one occasion, but over and over and over again. So naturally, things got a little bit frustrating. So just in case you ever find yourself in this predicament, a solution to the commander's non-appearance is to simply venture back outside to the aforementioned control box and switch everything back on again. Then, all you need to do is head back inside and lie in wait. Just a heads up though, if you take this approach, you'll be waiting a fair while, like what feels like ages before the wanker will finally decide to show himself. And if you're lucky like me, you'll go through all of the trouble of sneaking your way up to this point, be lying patiently in wait, and the game will crash. Yay! And if you're really lucky, you'll go through all of that trouble a second time, be carefully sneaking your way to the building in question, and the game will crash again! And then finally, after waiting for what seems like forever, the commander will finally grace you with his presence.
I suddenly feel much better.
Anyway, now that we've incapacitated the commander, all that we need to do is extract him. So let's throw him over our shoulder and get the fuck out of here.
Huh? What is the meaning of this? Put me down this instant! Well, alright, mate, but only because you told me to.
After moving through the opening that our new recruit was kind enough to make for us, we'll pick him up again and retrace our former footsteps back out of the village, making sure that we continue to handle him with the utmost care. Now that we're nearing the outskirts of the village, we'll ensure that there are no guards around, find ourselves a nice quiet spot and continue with the extraction.
What? Where am I? What's going on?
G'day, mate. I'm pleased to inform you that your application for employment has been accepted.
What application? Who are you? Hey!
I go by a lot of names, mate. But you can call me
John C.
Sorry about that.
I go by a lot of names, mate. But you can call me the boss.
Target secured.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, completes our 5th and final objective. So under the cover of the night sky, we'll race back to our noble steed, saddle up, and ride as far and as fast as we can until we're once again clear of the hot zone.
Exfiltrated
All
hot
right,
zone.
you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Mission complete, boss.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. All objectives completed and an S ranking achieved for our efforts. This of course concludes the first episode of Let's Fucking Play Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed the video and are looking forward to the continuation of the series as much as I am. As I said in the introduction, feel free to share any feedback that you may have, as I'm hoping to continue to develop these videos going forward and am always open to suggestions. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and would like to be notified when new videos are put up, and I also try to update more often on my Facebook and Twitter pages as well, so the link to those, as always, are in the description. And finally, as always, feel free to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.